My name is Susan Kowalewski. You can call me Dr. K. That's what the students do. And this is Humberto Hernandez. And our presentation this morning and our research is based on how assistive technology impacts college students and faculty. Our research looked at this area specifically with online learning, because of the issues related to students with disabilities and how they are sometimes kind of just overlooked, especially if they don't let us know through our offices that they have a disability that needs specifications. And so there is specific expertise in developing courses with assistive technology. And many times what Humberto and I found was that faculty are aware of what assistive technology may be, but we're not taught how to initiate the assistive technology in the courses themselves when we're developing them. Humberto is an online technology developer, and I'm the faculty member. And so we have worked together, and he works with other faculty in developing courses specifically so that they institute and they are developed with assistive technology. What we found was, in beginning our research, was that enrollment data from 2019 and 2020, it actually reported that the number of students that are enrolled exclusively in online programs increased from 3.5 million to 5.8 million. And I think for all of us who are in online education and in education, we have seen that. The number of programs and courses that we are offering online are continuing to increase in response to meeting the needs of a very diverse population of our students. And we have faced those challenges in course development and in implementing assistive technology. The overall enrollment rates, and we look specifically at the United States, with disabilities specifically in 2017 was 25.4% compared to 40.9% of the pure population without disabilities. And in addition, the average national rate of completion was only about 3.6 of young adults with disabilities. And this was a concern to us, that students were coming into our college, but not necessarily being successful. And so we started looking at ways that we could improve this retention rate. Humberto and I investigated the impact on student learning following faculty completing training, developmental training, focusing on universal design of instruction. And what we found was that the training and the faculty attitudes were very important. For faculty, understanding the pedagogy of teaching students with disabilities and of inclusive technologies is the first step. The next step is incorporating those techniques, the learning theory and assistive technology, in the courses that we develop and teach. We also found that faculty attitudes play a significant role in the willingness to provide accommodations to students. Many times there's a fear that we may be lowering our standards within the college class, or they don't know what assistive technology is or how to go about developing a course with this. This is where Humberto and I found Quality Matters and the Online Learning Consortium and their initiatives most helpful.
Yeah, and we'll certainly be talking about Quality Matters later in this presentation, but I'll talk specifically about assistive technology at the moment. And I'll explain that assistive technology really refers to any item or piece of equipment or really any product system, whether acquired commercially off shelf or modified or customized, that really is used to increase, maintain, or improve the functional capabilities of an individual with a disability. And this is a definition by the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. And this could really, translate into any type of physical, or in this case, digital tool. And, it could take any form of note taker, readers, interpreters, voice synthesizers, assistive technology, listening devices, and even for online classes, this could mean having closed captioning in your videos, transcripts already for your lectures, and perhaps having the right font for your online classes, the correct color contrast, and all of this kind of following the web content accessibility guidelines, which are very robust. Perhaps it is also of value to mention that the Department of Justice published a couple weeks ago, exactly on March 18th, some guidelines about something that we have been waiting for a long time, which is the web accessibility guidelines, and basically how they're going to hold accountable higher education institutions and also many other public institutions that are covered under Title III, under the ADA, or Americans with Disabilities Act, here in the United States. And what it really explains, this legislation explains, is that the states and local governments, and businesses that employ more than 15 people are have to make sure that their websites are accessible for people with disabilities, and that their websites follow the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines 2.1 level AA standards. So as we know, the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, is part of this. We're consolidated by a voluntary or issued by the World Wide Web Consortium via the Web Accessibility Initiative. And those, along with the Section 508 standards, are basically the set structures that basically revolve around the accessibility requirements for federal and government websites requirements here in the United States. And perhaps that's exactly what we did actually in the business courses. We created, or basically follow, an accessibility review that encompass a couple of steps. And these WCAG guidelines really gave us the ground to perhaps meet the Quality Matters standards.
You have 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
And the Quality Matters standards is really a not-for-profit organization that that works very closely with faculty members for continued improvement of online courses, and also provides professional development for our faculty. And at the end of all of this, what we did is to ensure that all of our courses, achieve readability, operability, ease of use, and that at the end, our students really had equitable experience, navigating the courses and also being able to take them. So I'll move perhaps to our next one, and I'll just summarize by saying that, yeah, all of this, took place, of course, in the learning management system. And our learning management system, we ensure that all of our font sizes, or contrast ratios, transcripts, and all of the courses overall were perceivable, operable, understandable, are robust. And all of this, again, to ensure that all of our students were going to have equitable experience in these business courses.